Not too many listing today. So far, it's still morning. Huh? People? Oh, no, it's okay. They're using the computer. It's okay. I guess not. She's coming. uh-huh. That's huh? No, that's depend on where you want to update. You can customize all your territory. Basically, for me, I'm updating for, you can see it. Those are the city I'm looking at every day, twice, 3 times a day. Chino Hill, Diamond Bar, Hacienda, La Puente, Rolling Heights. You select whatever the city you want. Okay, that's a customize. So basically, you can watch what's the status for that. So before even when I'm showing, and certainly I make sure the listing's still available. If it's not, then why should I waste my time? Because showing each house, it could be spending 15, 30 minutes. If the I schedule for 4 or 5 showing, and if like 1, sometimes even 2, it's gone. Whatever the status may be, but it's not active anymore, then I cut it, you know. Sometimes if you're only down to 1, I have the issue. People are telling me that early in the week, we got 5 houses. By the time of the weekend, only got 1 left. Why? Gone in escrow. Yeah. Then I talked to the buyer. Only got 1 house. Shall we see it? The buyer usually say, no, let's wait until more houses. Aha. So I did not waste my time. Sometimes I have to run the trip to Orange County. Then I can schedule something else. Or I stay home, read, or I go to the bookstore. That's my time, suddenly. Bookstore, the bookstore I like to go is the one on the Chino Hills. Barnes and Noble, yeah, because unfortunately here the Chinese community, we don't like to read. So the bookstore here is all gone. No more bookstore. Well, at least here. Well, you put your makeup on. Now I can see that. I noticed it. But at least, you know, the bookstore is a nice place. You don't have to turn on the air conditioning. You can have a coffee, and you can grab all kind of different magazine. You know, I love to read on those kitchen decoration, gardening, or remodeling. Those are the magazine or whatever they have, especially for luxury home. Those are, you don't see it every day. And think about this, and those magazines is pretty expensive. And if I can read it for free, I know a lot of people think I'm cheap, but why not? If I can read it over there at bookstore, I can spend, a few hours over there. Probably enjoy it. Yeah. And you think that time is valuable? Absolutely, because you're doing a self-education. It's your knowledge. No one can take away. Just like you go to see it on the model home on a brand new house, you see it, you knew it, then it's yours. All the information. When we doing the preparation or even doing it in front of a computer, it's not really considered working. It's just preparation. So try to reduce the time, wrap it up soon. Because in front of a computer, you are not making money. Just like the airplane parked on the airport. They're actually spending money, not making money. You got to fly. So we have to go out. We have to work. Make your time valuable. When you stay, you leisure time, fine. But when you work, and you got to work profitable, if it's possible. So those are the market watch. You guys can set up, and usually I don't set up any limitation for whatever the status, because I want to see it. From new listing, price change, back on the market, active, under contract. That's, when they just open escrow. Pending. Usually what between the pending and active under contract is if the buyer removed contingency or not. If somebody telling you they put down the active, they leave it on the active until the buyer remove contingency, or even until buyer put in the initial deposit, that's all considered violation, MLS violation. If I know it, I will report it. Okay. Okay, confirm showing, cool. I do it a lot, for the text for make up the appointment now, instead of calling the listing agent. Yeah. I know everybody's busy. Even on my listing, I tell, other people, text me for the showing appointment, or using showing time. Do you guys don't know how to use a showing time? Yes? No? Maybe? Showing time on MLS? You do have apps you can download to your smartphone as well. The showing time. Because the showing time actually pretty neat is when you want to set up the appointment with the listing agent. Now, listing agent not only get the text message, email, and phone call at once. So good, right? Or even if you don't know how to use a showing time online, you can even call the toll-free number. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Someone pick up the phone. Live operator. They will tell you which address you want to show. Yeah. If you guys doesn't know, somebody still doesn't know how to use a text message, simply call. If the listing agent never responds, I'm so sorry. He's not really a listing agent. Put it this way. Did you ever ask the seller, say, when somebody signed a listing and they never see the listing agent again? Yeah. So even as a listing agent, you still need to constantly follow up with your seller at least once a week. At least report it. Well, how's it showing? How many people coming? It really depends. If the owner occupies, certainly seller can see it. If it's a vacant, seller doesn't know. What do? You took it down the listing, the report from your super lockbox. So you can set up, certain the day to day, which each week, then you email to the seller. Anybody showing? Okay. And when there's nobody showing, what's telling us? Our price is not really. That's right. Need to adjust the price. Don't get offensive. Seller, you need to drop the price. Oh, no. That's a language they don't like to hear. You need to adjust the price. Okay. So that's why you're looking at active on the contract. Those are usually just open escrow before they remove contingency. Once they remove contingency, I will change the pending. Close, definitely, And if you guys want to follow up or farming on the expired listing, here's an expire. That's what you see on your territory. Actually, I found out it's not many expired listing, but I found more on hold and withdraw this couple months. It's just some of a seller, why they withdraw or cancel or on hold is because more and more sellers found out when they sell the property, they don't know where to move, where they're going to buy. So what I end up with, they're not selling. Okay. So that is something, being a listing agent, that's the worst thing we like to hear. Oh, we don't want to sell anymore. Darn. At least start spending money on the flyers, the for sale sign, everything, and for nothing now. They don't want to sell. But what can you do? I mean, you don't want to piss the seller either, because you never know. Yeah. That's why being a listing agent, either you spend the money, being the buyer's agent, you're spending time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. Expires, okay, but not withdraw. Why? What do you mean? What's the difference between withdraw and cancel? Last time I tell you. You guys remember? What's between the withdrawal and cancellation? We cannot cancel. Yeah. We cannot cancel as an agent. Only our broker can cancel through their password to get in. We don't have a cancellation feature at all. All we got is a withdrawal feature. If you click cancel, they will not allow you to cancel. Only broker. Because when we sign a listing, who owns that listing? Do you think it's you? No. RE/MAX 2000 own that listing. Don't get it wrong. When our coworker passed away, who took over the listing? Kwong. Since I joined this company, 10 of them is gone. 10. Yeah, they go to heaven. When I say gone, it's go to heaven, not go to other company. They went to see God. Yeah. Well, they just have to talk to our broker. They have to release it. You just cannot say cancel. Somebody got to cancel. When it's withdraw, mean the listing still within RE/MAX 2000. Because you sign a listing when you are RE/MAX 2000. Then who own that listing? Not us. Broker. So you gotta have to let the owner release the listing. If you go to different company, at least be nice. You never know. You may come back. Yeah, well, quite a few coworkers, they go out and come back. But half of them, Kwong doesn't let them come back. If you go out, they don't let you back. Unless you are valuable. Just like our client, seller, they want to see value. Same thing, we gotta have to create our own value. Okay, so here it's all pretty clear. Then we just, jump in to the listing. This one we put it, it's all cover. Last time, we got is, you guys, any yellow spot, okay, area, those are you need to fill in. And certainly, once you filled in on the when you're adding new, they will jump in this page. Automatically, if you put in the address, they will fill in here. So if any information, address, you don't really have to refill it again. But here, you put it, on the cross street. Usually I put the direction. And I think, we got to, back up here, and we're going to start it here. So the ownership, you will see if the land lease, sounds very few property, there's a land lease property. You can see it through the title, or better yet, as seller. If it's not, then you can put a common interest. If it's a condo, definitely, even it's not a land lease, you may still have a common interest. If you are the condominium, everything, you will see that. Okay. Then property subtype. Do you guys know how to distinguish between condo and townhouse? What's the difference? And PUD? What's the difference? All three. What's different? Yes. Condo is more like an apartment. And a lot of people say, that's an apartment. I say, well, did you ever see we selling apartment here? Why? Because apartments own, all the units owned by one entity or one owner. That's called apartment. When can the apartment become condo? Yes. If Down in the road, if the ownership of the apartment, they are start selling each unit and they subdivide it to the whole complex and apply for the parcel number for each unit. Can they sell it? Yes. Yes. And you will see that a lot of condos, they were apartment. Long time ago, they were apartment. Yeah. It's definitely possible. Then how about townhouse and PUD? Mm-hmm. What's the difference? Townhouse. Yeah, kind of. You can say that. You can put it this way: townhouse, you would actually tell the your buyer or seller what is the distinguish the townhouse is. You don't have anybody live above you or anybody live below you, and that's a townhouse. And you still have a wall attached with your neighbors. You still share the wall with your neighbors. That's townhouse. Then PUD is you don't have anybody share with the neighbors, but your lot so small. Your lot so small. So actually, the sometime your overall living area may be bigger your lot size, but you did not attach with any neighbors. That's a PUD. So the PUD can be 2-story, 3-story. You can see 2,000 square footage on the living area, but the lot size only 2,000 or less on the lot size. Well, that is called the PUD. Usually the single family city, they have a limitation. They will see how many percentage you built on the lot, and they will consider single family. Some of a city, 30%. So if 10,000 square footage lot size, you can only build up to 3,000. Most likely now the new builder, when they put it, they probably up to 40, even 50% of a lot size. Did you ever see the big PUD? Sure. 4,000 square footage lot size with the 4,000 square living area. 3-story, they stack up. Possible. Absolutely possible. Yeah. Then the year of build, usually what we found is through assessor. Don't, some of the people they put on the year of build, they put remodeling. Remodeling never consider it's a year of build. Year of build is actually from the foundation. Some of a property, even the foundation, they did not replace it. Some of them knock out the whole thing, but the foundation is still old foundation. Do you think it's that the tax assessor or the building building and safety planning department, they will let you change the year? No, because your foundation is still the old foundation. Now, what's the difference? Foundation is a foundation. If it's all concrete block, what's the difference? It's because the older foundation, they got less strength for the earthquake. They got less on the steel bar, and they are not as thick as current foundation. So it's not, you cannot, because if they change a year, so that means everything has to be according to the building code. So that foundation, if you talk about 1960, 1970, do you think that foundation was meet the current building code? No, not at all. Not at all. So that's why even though your whole house is new, but if the foundation is old, then it doesn't consider a new house. It has to be from the ground up, replace a brand new foundation. If you really have to rebuild the whole house and changing for the different year, for the year of build, yes, you can do that. But technically, I don't really, some once in a while you see the house in the old community, but the brand new house from grounds up. Don't get excited you get those houses because it may not appraise the value. If somebody financing your whole neighborhood, it's like 1960, and suddenly your house is 2002. Do you think that house will worth the same other houses in 2002? No, it's less because your neighbor is old neighborhood. appraisal will not give you the same value like other brand new community. It won't. And if you got any special listing condition, depending on what kinds of listing, standard, notice of default. When you see if the you can ask a seller, or if you see the title have notice of default when you sign a listing. If it's still current, then you tell the seller, is your notice default still update? It's still current because did you catch up with the payment? And the real estate owned is all the bank owned. HUD owned is considered bank owned, but you guys don't know, right? Real estate owned is a private banker. HUD owned is government, like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. That's a HUD owned. Short sale, yeah, we know. Probate listing. If it's a probate listing, that is, you might have to look at it, see if require the court confirmation or not. If you deal with the probate listing. Sometimes they require the court confirmation, sometimes not. And if the probate, is it a trust sale considered probate? Yeah, because inherited. That you mentioned, it's a trust sale. Doesn't need a court confirmation, because if somebody already have a living trust, then they can, pass it on to their kids or something. Auction. You will see more and more. People like to use it as an auction. They can auction in front of a house. They can get the auction during the open house. They got a bidding sheet when whoever coming in. Yeah, lately we have one house is where? In the, is it in Rowland Heights? I think it's in the Walnut, right behind the Royal Vista. They have last weekend or weekend of the previous weekend. They're asking for $699,000. But we all know that house is worth at least $850 to $900. Then the seller can keep the reserve. If nobody hit their reserve, then doesn't mean anything. No, not really. You can have a public auction. For example, if you get those public auction, you go to the used to be when the time is bad. I mean, after the financial crisis, you go on convention center. Why? So many people. 200 property, you'll see 4,000 people. They want a bidding. So everybody have a dissect. Each 100 people, they gotta have a little captain, a leader, an auctioneer. So they can, see if somebody raise a hand, so they can make sure the one in the front, okay, the auctioneer, they see it. But sometimes, when I look at it, the auctioneer, they're cheating. Nobody raised their hand. Hey, the price keep on going up. For what? Yeah. They're starting $1,000. They're starting half price, depend on the area. Yeah. Those are the public auction, and they only give you one day or not one day, one afternoon or maybe a couple of hours for showing. So a bunch of people when they're doing that particular day and hour. Bankruptcy listing, I haven't seen it yet, or third-party approval. So it really doesn't have to deal with that yet. Living area, and where do you get the living area? Like this one, usually it should be assessor. Why I put a public record? It's because it does have an addition with a permit, but haven't updated in a tax assessor record yet. So I disclose it right here. And not only that, I put a supplement, attach a supplement for the permits. So, and also on the agent remark, I also mentioned that. That 330 square footage area has a permit. And see a attachment, supplemental attachment. Lot size, definitely. That's, for the assessor. We go by square footage. Senior community, HOA, lease consideration. How many level of the house? The last one. Multi and split. What's the difference? 1, 2, or 3. What's the multi-level and split level? What's that we usually mention? Some of a house, we call tri-level. Tri-level, it's not really 3-level. What's a tri-level? You ever see the Hacienda High? You got a lot of them. Garage is a 1-level. And behind the garage could be family room. That's a 1-level. But your front entrance is higher than the garage. You get in. And the living room on the left-hand side, for example, is a different level. So when you get in, you have a stair going down to the garage area and family room area. And the left side, or the main level is a living room, kitchen, dining room. Then you got another stair go up, and the bedroom upstairs, for example. Sometimes they may even have a bedroom on the lower level behind the garage area. So that's what we call tri-level, and that's what we put split level or multi-level. Or if it's more, because if 3 and more, did you ever see the 4-level house? I do, in Pasadena. 4-level townhouse. How many stairs you gotta climb? 3. Plus you get on the roof, 4. Because they're parking in the garage. Okay, parking garage. So you come out in the garage. First level, okay, living room. And kitchen on the second level already. And then the bedroom. Okay. Then you got more because you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and it's what, more than 3, because your parking is down in the garage. So from the basement to the top floor, that's 4, and plus a roof, right? They have another stair go all the way to the roof. That's become their huge balcony. It's on top of a roof. It's more like in Asia. Back to Asia, you can see those 4, 5 levels houses. Pasadena, somebody built that because the land is so limited. They can only through the sky. And those are considered 3 or more level. So that's why I want to let you guys clear for distinguish. The multi-level, split level, those are more like tri-levels. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So it's only half. Because if you consider on top of a garage, it's only 2 level. But on the living room, kitchen, dining room area, that's in between their level. So that's what we call split level. And here you can enter, story, how many total, or entry location. If you enter into the, it's a living room or something. Why I leave it blank? Purposely. Because the house I get in, you actually see it as a dining room, more like a brand new house. I can put it as a dining room. And entry level, 1. Some of them, maybe some of the houses, they have a 2 or more entry level to get in. I don't know how many they can get in. Maybe, on the coastal, those are beach house on the cliff. What they get in as a garage. It's a top level. And they build a house down. So they can see the ocean, right? Because down on the cliff. So the garage actually on top level. Then living room, then bedroom. So they can have 4 level. Those are millions and millions dollars house. Custom home. If you guys see those homes, you can go like the Newport Beach, Corona Del Mar. I see quite a few. Right on the cliff. Yeah, everywhere I go, I still look at houses. Not only I enjoy the scenery, also the houses as well. Then we don't really have, below ground finance, area. Oh, thank you. If, anything, okay, below on the ground or any below grading finish area, we don't have anything. Here, if you check what's the exclusion form has been submitted for this listing. So that means if you do have a exclusion from what? Internet, photos, or anything, maybe, then you're going to have to submit this form. Check right here. So the MLS will know. Do you have any exclusion or a delay on listing? So then after you submit it, make sure you submit the form to MLS, all right? Don't just ignore it because they will after you. You have an exclusion, then you better send me the form. Sellers need to sign it. I mean, as a seller's instruction, you say, sellers say they don't want to put all the information to private publication. That means like Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, or Realtor.com. They don't want that. Then you better have to let them sign the form. They call what? Seller excluded, SELI or SELM. Those are two forms. One is M stand for market, I stand for internet. Seller excluded listing on the market or listing on the internet. So you need to submit the form to the MLS, SELM or SELI. I mean, it's like if the photo or they don't want to put on the internet, but they are okay with MLS, but they don't want to put to on the internet. Clear for this? This is only the first page, basic. Okay, next one. Usually I jump to the office and MLS. Every time I put it, it's like one, and I put it right here, right away, because I love to enter the commission. Yes, yeah, because it's why it's not active, because yesterday, seller, they have a family fight. Tips put on hold. Okay, what can I do? On hold. Family has, the son pay for the house, father has the issue, blah 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 blah. I said, okay. I put on hold instead. I withdraw right away. Why? Hey, why should I withdraw? I say, what? You never know. You tell me on hold. Tomorrow you tell me back on active. Okay. But why I put on hold right away? When they have an argument, when they have a fight, why do I have to wasting my time on date on the market? DOM. When I put on hold, stop. It's okay. When they have a fight, they're not going to allow other people showing anyway. Why should I have to put on the market? Right? Yeah. So here, if you jump to the last page, I usually do it here. Commission. Buyers, how many percent? Or somebody give you a dollar amount. If somebody only want to pay you $1, you put $1. Dare you. But when you look at it, do variable compensation. That means if you're the due agent, do you have a variable compensation? Yes. My commission will get cut 1%. That's what the seller, otherwise seller will say, I only want to pay you 4%. How many 2%, 2.5%, or I mean, in Roland Height, it's typically Chinese. It's tough though. I'm going to put on the listing for the income property, probably tomorrow or day after. That is my previous client, and it's expired. The property management company steal my deal. They put on the lower commission, lower price. After three months, they did not sell. So the seller called. We'll have to let you do it again because you're the professional. Yes, we are the professional. So I say, okay, fine. I'll sell the higher price with a higher commission. Suddenly you think like, what? The lower price with the lower commission, they cannot even sell that. How can you sell that with a higher price with a higher commission? Repackage. Retake the photo. Put in the description. More attractive. And the most likely, when you have a higher commission, do you think all the agent eyes like, woohoo, I see 3%. Yeah. For over $800,000 property, 3%, how much is your commission? Over over $20,000. Nice. Then, because seller asked me, how do you repackage? Because you want to ask for higher commission. So do I, I put on the higher price too. A little bit higher, not much higher. Because I tell them, I say, well, do you like their photo? No, then I have to retake the photo. They only put 3 photos. Even the units, I know you cannot really, take too many photos. You cannot even put the photos inside. All basically is outside. Yeah. But some of them, if like they are, in the next to the school or bigger lot size. So that's why if you really want to take your own photo, make sure you have. I hate to tell you, try not to use your smartphone to take the photos because they are so limited, on the angle. And when I took the photo on my own listing, I have a single lens, wide angle photos. So everything looks big, looks wide. So people will think, boy, this is nice. What we live in America here is bigger is better. Everything is big. So here's a commission, everything, and the listing, for the contract date. That usually when I put at the contract date, I better put it the same day when I put it on the listing. Even I know sometimes the contract is a couple of days before. On the MLS rule is once you sign a contract listing agreement, next day you got to put on MLS. But our zip form is say within 48 hours. Little bit conflict. The MLS rule is the new rule. They come out from April 15. After April 15 this year, is one day. Next day you got to put on MLS. But on the zip form, their rule is within 2 days, 48 hours. Yeah. But usually seller doesn't care them a day or two. But remember, you gotta have to, when you prepare the listing, you gotta have to make sure the date, because once you upload it, you cannot change the date. All right, be careful. How many of you see that they upload it, it's been 20 days. It's the first day on the market, yeah, but it's on DOM, it's 20 days. Either they prepare the listing too early, or they really have the SEOM, the seller excluded market listing. Personally, I don't really like that, because people will think 20 days already, but they didn't know, because once you put on a publication to the Zillow or to Redfin, it's 20 days. Actually, you just put on the market for today. But all the publication, even the MLS, is showing the DOM is been 20 days, because you prepare and you follow the rule. It is. You follow the rule for the SEOM. You submit the form. You put the exact contract date. Yeah. I'm a little bit sneaky. I just don't like to put it at 20 days. Even you have SEOM, I keep it. But when I put on the market, I put the same date. That's you sign a contract, put the SEOM. Yeah. But when you after staging, after remodeling, you put on the market, I put a today's date. Okay? Today's date. I will not put yesterday or day before. Whatever I put on the listing date. Uh-huh. The seller's ready day. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's not seller's ready day. I'm ready day. My ready day. I know, but I would not put 20 days, right? I don't like to put 20 days. Doesn't look good at all. Then is it? Do we have a? Then you have listing service is full service. We are the full service brokers. Okay. Unless you want to put, if you put $1, you can put entry only. What's an entry only? You know, some of the agents, some of the company, they only enter the information. Who do the showing? Who do the negotiation? Seller. The listing agent just put entry only. So that when the entry only means don't call me. I'm not in part of anything. Because some of the brokerage, you know how much they earn? $200 or $500 per listing. So a seller can call them and they just entry only, and that's it. They don't do the negotiating. They would not review the form. They would not review the contract or anything. They would not do anything at all. That's why it's only entry. Entry what? Entering the MLS. That's all their job. That's it. It's all their job. They're entering. That's it. Limited. Well, if you consider limited service, then we'll do the limited. Right? Not only seller agent doesn't have to do the double work. It's usually seller need to do the double work. You know, some of I don't know, in Asia, some of Asian, they are so dominant. They insist need to talk to the seller before they submit offer. Ever see that? Buyer want to see the seller before they submit offer. Why? So they want to make sure they get the price between the seller, so they will not do the counter offer back and forth. You know, what do you do? Can you stop them? No, you can't. But you better be there. Because buyer's agent will be there. I will be there. Buyer's there. Seller there. 4 party. Just like we sit down with the negotiation from the attorney office, right? Both parties. Same thing. You are. Because what's my job? I stop the seller making a quick decision. Yeah. And you know what end up with? Buyers like to talk to the listing agent. But I'm not the seller. Where's that buyer? Well, I look at it. Well, you have a buyer's agent there. Why you do all the talking? Because I already educate my seller. Shut up. You can stand there, but you don't have to talk. You just shut up. Okay? Because buyers is attorney. She like to do the talking. Husband, keep their mouth shut. Why? I say, I know you're the experienced agent. Yeah, I am. So that's why I talk to you. But I cannot make any decision. It doesn't matter. You talk to me. You know what? Even the buyers call me directly, and I talk to the buyer's agent. I don't like that. I don't like that. Why I have to wasting the time with your client, isn't it? Yeah. And your client wanted negotiating with me, but I tell the buyers, I'm only the listing agent. Doesn't matter do I have experience or not. I cannot make a decision for seller, isn't it? Yeah. So you basically you'll meet all kinds of different clients. Just like you probably see more and more. You be careful when you show the property. Some of a agent, some of a buyer, they actually have the part-time agent next to it. So they say, why don't you find an experienced agent, show you the property. So let me submit the offer. If you like that property, let me submit the offer so I can give you the 50% kickback. Oh yeah. That's how the part-time agent earns some money. Do they have a license? Yeah. Can they submit offer? Yes. But they never show. Then what do you do? What can you do? Huh? Sign what contract? You sign a buyer's agreement. When you show those buyer, if coming out from the lead, coming out from nowhere, or internet lead, you can bring the buyer's agreement before I show you. Did you pre-qualify them? Over the phone, if you want to set an appointment, did you want to pre-qualify them? Yesterday, Kwan is telling for the advertisement, for buyers, if you got so many buyers coming in, are you going to pre-qualify them? Yeah. Only 1 out of 10 is qualified. I can pretty much tell you that. Only 10% or less are qualified. If they are not willing to bring in their pre-qualified letter and proof of fund, I'm not going to show. I don't know you. Why have to be nice to you? I know. Probably if you don't have any phone calls, I said, why not? I'll just take it. I said, sure. If you rather be their driver. Then later on, hey, well, can you stop me on the supermarket? Let me go and grab something. Then you give them a ride home. So hardly I pick up the client from their house. Why? If you don't even put the effort, come to my office or go to property directly, you're not serious. You tell me to go where to pick you up? San Gabriel, Morning Park, Alhambra, and look at that Roland High house? Then don't you have friends or family? Oh no, they're all working. So do I. I'm working too. But I'm being a nicer way. Oh, I'm so sorry. My schedule's so tight. I don't have time to pick you up. I live, so we can only like between 1 to 3 o'clock. Okay, those are the showing time. But you got to be in my office or maybe on the property at 1 o'clock. I don't have any other spare time to go. Oh, you have a lunch break. Who say so? My lunch break is my lunch break. You want to use my lunch break to pick you up? No way. So usually I tell, oh no, I only have a lunch meeting with someone else. Even I have lunch meeting with myself. So nicer way to ignore them. But I didn't really yell at them, but I mean, deep in my heart. Okay. Those buyers do happen because those buyers, put it this way, they have no loyalty. No loyalty whatsoever from the advertisement, unfortunately. Anything from the ad, only 1 out of 10 have a loyalty from my past experience. Don't feel bad. You are cruel. You are, mean to them. They don't know you. You don't know them. You just, follow the procedure to qualify them. That's it. If everything they're willing to do it, to qualify and everything they're willing to, cooperate with you, okay, then I'm willing to spend the time. But before you see them, definitely make sure they, bring in everything. And also, what do? Well, get the buyer's agreement ready. If you feel something, any doubt. So far, I haven't let anybody sign the buyer's agreement, but I see more and more Caucasian. That's what they did. Unless you are really confident with yourself, when I'm talking to someone over the phone, they will stick with me. Okay, if you have those confidence, then you don't need to sign. You're right. I don't trust anybody. When the longer you're in this field, in this career, you feel more lonely because I don't trust any seller or buyer whatsoever. They all liars. If you put the emotion with your client, actually you get hurt. So if I cold-blooded to all my client, I mean outside of my face, smile, yes. You show your passion, you show enthusiasm, but deep in my heart, I don't really care. All I looking for you is a dollar sign in your face. That's it. So when you don't go home, you don't bring the negative energy with you. Because we got so many negative energy out there, especially if you go around the coworker. You don't want to get those with the depressed, negative energy coworker. It won't bring you down. You gotta have looking for somebody positive. So we're clear on that. Okay, listing agreement. What kinds of listing agreement we should sign is exclusive right to sell. I don't care who is buying that property. It's your friend, your family, your kids, your father. I'm still earning my commission. Okay? But if you really say, oh, can I get you some discount? Well, why not? They find you the buyer. You actually didn't really work much. Well, if that's the case. Just like, a lot of the buyer, they go, especially see the showing, have you to show the brand new house. What's the highest kickback they want? I heard it's 70%. What do I got left? 30%? Oh, because you didn't do anything. I found the house. I just, then I just, have you come over so I can share your commission, share your referral fee. That's the whole purpose you come to the builder. You feel like you're worthless. I did show on the brand new house to Caucasian, Asian, Filipino, and I still earn my 3%. Not only I help them to sell their home and signing the listing 6% in Walnut, and I still help them to buy the house in Chino for 3% earning on my commission. When it both adds up, what do I get? 6%, 3% on the selling, 3% on the buying. You gotta have to value yourself. Did you worth it? I didn't tell you have to do it because it's very competitive out there. Yeah, you gotta have a confidence. You have to know, and you have to wait to talk it out. Let the seller, they're willing to pay for your service, your knowledge, okay, your ability. That's how they pay for it. Just like you go to see doctor, do you ask for discount for the skilled doctor? Did you ask an experienced attorney? Did you ask them a discount? No way. How much they charge? Take or leave it. Right? Yeah. Hmm. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Let me just send the text to my client pretty quick here. Okay. If any contingency, that's where you put it. Like this one, the seller need to rent back for maximum 2 months after close of escrow. You put it right here. If any contingency. Sometimes I rather do the rent back, but I know I actually encourage more on the seller to rent back instead of close concurrently. What do you mean close concurrently? So that means until the seller buying their home, they close they close the selling close first, and next day they're closing on their purchase. Then who is more vulnerable? Who's the seller's buyer? Because why? What's what is keep on going up now? Mortgage rate, interest rate. If you keep on holding with the buyer, buyers will get pissed. They say, wait a minute, the interest rate keep on going up and I cannot lock in the rate. Okay? So that's why, on the other hand, what's my bottom line? What I see all the client, a dollar sign. So sooner I close, did I get paid? Yes. I hate those 70 days, 90 days even 60-day escrow. Well, sometimes you have to deal with it. Okay, it's not a commercial, it's residential. 30 to 45 days, that's pretty normal. The sooner you close it, you get paid. So you can move on next case. If anything is hanging there, what's going to happen? Anything can happen. The worst thing is buyer go to heaven or seller go to heaven during escrow. Boy, then you're in a big trouble. Now, not only you won't get paid, the whole thing will got canceled. So I would not delay. But it happened to me before. After I sold it, 2 weeks later, bye. Well, seller go to heaven. So, twice happened to my two seller. 2 weeks later, after the close of escrow. Oh boy, if any delay, boy, I'm in trouble. Yeah, wow, yeah. This Saturday, I got to go to my golf buddy's funeral. You know, last Saturday, they just passed away. They got the lung cancer. It's been 3 years. Usually, we play golf together. Yeah. Anything happen, only 60. 60, still young. So that's why I rather have the regular closing escrow day than encourage the seller rent back. Then what do? Can you negotiate with the buyer? If with a discount price, can you let the seller stay for a maximum of 2 months for free? It's a part of a negotiation. Can you do that? Yes, because that's what I negotiate. Especially when you are, you know, either buyer's agent or listing agent. Usually, when you are doing a dual agent, both sides, easier to control. That's what I did. So either I set up the price. If the full price or over asking price, then I make the seller say, well, since they already pay you a premium, then you maybe pay them some rent. That's fair, right? They give you a premium. Okay. Buyer, you want discount from seller. You got to give them something, right? Okay. It's a two-way street. Not one way, two-way. How about you give them a free rent for 2 months? Then I tell seller, hey, you know, that's worth something. Few $1,000s, isn't it? And why don't you give the few $1,000s to the buyer as a discount price? Actually, overall, still the same. Why? If the buyers is financing, they have to pay what? HOA, mortgage, and property tax. Price is cheaper, looks nicer. That's what all they want. But in reality, they still, you know, seller gain the free rent. Buyer need to pay their mortgage and didn't receive anything. They cannot even move in. Yeah. But I mean, some of the buyer, they just want the number so important to them. The purchase price so important to them. So that's why we have to get more creative. Get more creative. Anything is two-way street, give and take, give and take. So make both parties happy. That's, you know, if you become a dual agent, especially for both sides, you make both parties happy. You give them what they want. Some party will need a lower price. Seller, why don't you give it to them since you got 2 months for free and staying? Okay. Boom. Put it together. So that's, you know, I know it's hard to please for both parties, especially a dual agent, but that's one way. Just tell you. Showing contact, you know, if it's the appointment, it definitely is agent, your name, phone number, everything. So here, you know, I do it as an appointment only. Okay. Text the listing agent or showing time. I got no lockbox. So I keep everything. None. And contact information, you know, let's go by the sequence. Or if somebody, you know, if there's some of a seller, they tell you to put no here. Internet entire listing display. Internet consumer comment. You don't let anybody put the comment. Okay, some of the internet, especially public, for public one, they don't want the any buyer or any viewer, put not buyer, any viewer, they badmouth about your house. Neighborhood market report seller, participate. No, seller not going to participate. Internet address displayed, okay, or internet automatic valuation display. What's that? Like Zestimate. Can you refuse that? Yes. You don't let Zillow to Zestimate your home value, because people using the Zestimate to do it at the. But you know what you can do? Before you put on the listing, you put on the Zestimate. See how much and the worth. See what's the difference between your listing price and their Zestimate price. If it's a lower on the Zestimate price, yeah, you can refuse it. If it's a higher, I live there. Because Zestimate is not going to be accurate. If Zestimate is going to be accurate, first, who is out of a job? Appraiser. We are the second. Okay? If you choose no, but you got to have the form, SEOI, to fill in the internet. Okay? Anything you answer no, see that, sir? Before selecting no of any belowing option, written authorization from the seller is required to form. Okay? To sign. And here is a private remark. You can put it right here. Like this one, I say, please see the supplement attachment for copy of an additional 330 square footage permit. Okay. But you know what? Not many listing agents, they even read it. Some people, they don't even read it. We need to lease back. They say, come on. What's they're telling you? That's a private remark. That's only agent can read. No buyer or other people, they can read it, because only whoever can access the MLS to read that. The publication, Zillow, Julia, they don't have this information. So that's why it's okay. You can put the all the detailed, sensitive information, but private remarks, some of them you cannot even put it. Like what? 1,000 bonus if you close an escrow with 30 days. That's a MLS violation. But indirectly, can you put bonus? Sure. As agent for bonus. As a listing agent for bonus. Don't put the set number or close of escrow on certain day. You cannot do that. That's an MLS violation. So you just simply, if the seller willing to close the escrow sooner, so you can say, ask the listing agent for bonus if escrow can close soon. Something. I leave everything. Oh, so that means you gotta have to call the listing agent for detail, or call listing agent for bonus detail. Yeah. Yes, I can call them, but I cannot put on the words. Okay. Just like you cannot put any sensitive information on description, or we gotta do it. We gotta see it right now. Yes. Yes. It's okay. Be positive. See, that's why I'm cold-blooded. How many people say, I just put on the listing. You tell me to what? A whole? Put it off the market? Come on. I just spend the money, put in the sign, put in the flyer. Hey. No. If it's staging, that's even worse. They still live inside. Yeah. But that's the sadness of the listing agent. Are you going to listen to your principal? They are your father and mother of your business. They give you the money, right? I would not argue. Even, the seller's father pissed on me, blah, 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 blah. But I'm still laughing and talk back to him. Because you got to put it this way. I'm the level above them. If you argue with them, you actually drop your level with them. I'm above them. You gotta get I am above them. I will not get angry. You gotta have to tell yourself, you cannot get angry because I'm way above you. So that's why I will not lose my joy because of your, because actually it's not really related to me. Why should I have to jump in your family fight? Right? Yeah. But that's okay. And I believe the thing will turn around. Got one offer coming in yesterday. We'll see. If they like it, who knows? Everything can be changed when they see money. Yeah. I know. I no need to call for availability. You know how many agents? Is this house still available? Come on, you're wasting my time. Can you see the MLS? But certainly, don't get me wrong. It's because it is a lot of listing agent. They keep their listing active until money get into the escrow and until the buyer changing the contingency. I mean, remove the contingency. And that's why the MLS violation. That's how that happens. When you accept the offer, how many days you get a change of status? Should be next day. But actually, MLS give you a 2 days allowance. Just in case next day you get sick. How hard? Just click. Yeah. The initial deposit, it is. So that's why some of our coworkers get violation, receive a warning. James, why should I receive the violation? Blah, blah, blah. And I can tell you who reported. Buyer's agent. Oh, well, they're Caucasian. They're strict. I'm Caucasian. I will report it too. Because you're wasting other people's time. And you know what? Buyer feel that. You know what? Why the buyer's agent will do that is because sometimes it's a buyer's complaint. You know, buyer will complain if you didn't change your status. Why? Buyer say, you already accept my offer. Why you are still put on active? Are you going to accepting other people's offer and kick my offer out? They didn't know seller can only accept one offer. Sometimes they are afraid. If somebody pay higher than they do, and kick them out. So that's why. Well, they want to make sure that that status change. Because when the status change, usually they can see on Zillow or Trulia as well. Then they will tell the buyer's agent, and talk to the listing agent, and listing agent's not listening. Then what do? Put on the MLS violation. Next day, you see the status will change. You could, yes. You could put hold, yeah, it's okay. Just not active. Or if seller say enough offer, I don't want to review any more offers. Can you put on hold? Sure. On hold, you can say, because a hold means do not showing. So that means hold there. Yeah, you can put on hold. Because when you put on hold, they were off the market from Zillow or Trulia. That's it. Yeah, you could. Because it will also stop the clock for DOM, date on the market. And if you do have a coworker, you can put coworker listing ID, or if a different company, can you do that? Sure. If you want to co-op with different company, then make sure you're signing for the different brokerage company agreement you can put on there. Because once you put on that, they will pop up, which company on the bottom. Yeah, I co-op with the other companies broker, so end up 2 brokerage showing here. Or if you have any listing team ID or co-listing team ID, okay. So those are the page. Certainly, we don't really have a green. I mean, our house is not really a greenish house. Whatever they call for the energy saving, certified rating, or power production. I don't have anything. Power production type, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Photovoltaic. I don't know what's that. Wind. Solar panel is not considered. No. Yeah. So I don't know which area may have this. So that's why even in California, some houses must have it. Otherwise, they would not put it right here. Okay. But unfortunately, I never deal with it. Or power production size, whatever. Power production annual status. Oh, okay. Annual, like what? How much? Everything. Okay. Open house. That's what I did. So don't just put on a private agent remark area, because when you put a private remark, it will not generate the open house to public. So people cannot see it through Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com. You're gonna have to do it right here. Okay, open house status on the top. Put on the day, time, and who is attending. So they know it's me. Or if someone else, if you do an open house for someone else, sometimes make sure you can have a listing agent put your public ID. You could do that. So that's for for the open house. Okay. Now we're back to description. All right. The red words is really important. I read it out. The public, I know it's red words over there, but how many people really read it? Not many. Public remark may only certain to describe a description of a property, its feature, its location, or community, specify specific terms and exclusion from a sale or lease. A text must be entered in English language only. All right. That's why when we do the translation, see that they didn't change, they didn't translate from English to Chinese or any other language, because legally here it's only English language only. The following are not allowed to appear in the property description. Gate alarm code, definitely. All right. Lockbox combo, no way. For sale by owner, fishbowl. We cannot put, for sale by, no, you cannot do that by fishbowl. Vacant, what do you tell the theft? Come over. Tell the homeless people, come over. You cannot put vacant property, okay? Or occupied, or open house information. You can even put it right here. You cannot put the open house time or anything. You put a private remarks, okay, but this description is public. So be careful what you put on the wording. Showing instruction, you cannot put that. Email address, website address, phone number, agent's assistant, co-listing or owner's name, or any language that violate fair housing and HUD guidelines. No. You cannot say, we only like to sell the house to Asian. Oh, no, that's a violation for fair housing discrimination. Okay? And a lot of words, actually they will tell you, you sure? Say, away from home. That away, for example, because I tried that, away, they will give you the warning. Wait a minute, you cannot put this away. Why are they telling away? It's more like similar to vacant. So you got to be careful what you put it. Okay? You don't have to put it long wording. I know some, they love to put the long wording for description, blah, 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 blah. I mean, tell you the truth, not many people really read your description anyway. They only read something important. Okay? So that's why I've just put it, basically rephrase, for usually that's what I did, how many bedroom or bonus room or maybe garage or something. Mainly you just not put in the wording, but I mean, you see if those words you can create the image in whoever read it, your description. Okay. So if you like you can put, for example, you can put high ceiling, great room. The great room is not the living room. It's a lot of houses only have one room now, right? And what I put the multi-purpose room instead of bonus room, because that room is big. You can do it in a family room or whatever the room may be, because they do have a door to close. They can put a bedroom. They can be a bonus room. They just don't have a closet or another like say you can use a family room since you got a fireplace. So I just put multi-purpose room. I learned that word from the elementary school. Multi-purpose room. I didn't know, when I just where I learned that. Sometimes I'm still learning. That's why when I joined a yoga class on Monday night, and they put MP. I said, what's the MP stand for? I said, go to the the rate for the administrator. What's the MP? Oh, multi-purpose room. Oh, what's the mean multi-purpose room? I don't know. I don't have kids. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm still learning. I don't feel shame to ask. It's okay. So those are you put in the wording. So in general, especially if you're looking at the if you are environment, I changing the word are nearby or close by. I keep on telling you, you cannot put walking distance because you are discriminating the handicapped people. All right. Somebody get the lawsuit for that when you put the description. Walking distance to school, big no-no. I learned it from attorney. When, huh? Yeah. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. But I mean, a lot of people do a lot of violation in Chinese newspaper, but unfortunately, nobody reported because that's they written in Chinese. It's not legal language, and besides, nobody got the, typical Chinese. They don't even bother to report that anyway. They think that's none of my business. But if a Caucasian, believe me, if they can read Chinese, who knows? They may report it. Okay. So that's why you rather put nearby, close by. Never put walking distance. I did that. I stopped doing that almost 10 years ago. I did it before. I have admitted. I didn't know. I still learning from mistake. Yeah. So if you have any virtual tool link, you can put it right here. So so when they upload it, they have a link. Click on that. They will jump to a different website if you do have a virtual tool. I don't know how many people still using a virtual tool. I didn't use it for a long time because I guess their server is too slow. Every time you gotta wait long time, the people already jump to the next page. Yeah, I just and fewer people using the virtual tool. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. It's nice. Feature. That's how you do the check mark. What kinds of feature you have at home. So they have from interior feature. So you got to go through everything here. Two staircase, attic, balcony, bar, beam, ceiling, block wall, brick wall, built-in ceiling, vaulted ceiling. Ceiling fan, ceramic counter, chair railing, copper ceiling, copper plumbing, copper. If you didn't know, don't check anything. Okay. Cologne counter, crown molding. We all know what's a crown molding, right? Because a lot of houses do have a crown molding. That's on the top. Go around it. You just put a baseboard. Baseboard, that's on the bottom. Crown molding, that's on the top. Similar stuff. Just make the house looks nicer. That's it. If a higher ceiling, okay, home automatic system. If you have the automation system, intercom, laminated counter, living balcony, living room deck attached. Open floor plan. Yeah, every house is open floor plan. Well, unless you got a really old house, it is. You can see that it's more like you gave it in the maze. It's not open at all. Some of them like 70, 80 years old house. They all have a door here, pocket door there. Yeah. Just like, you know, my parents' house in that built in 1953. When I sell it, when I remodel, I open it up, the house. Yeah, I knock out some of the wall, make it bigger, and or make it arch or something like that. So instead of a pocket door, so you can close. No, because, you know, just in case the buyer, you know, have a claustrophobic, then they may not like the house. Pantry, okay, partially furnished. You got a phone system, pull down stairs to attic. Those are the more like a storage. Recess light, if you do have a recess light. Okay, stair climber, stone counter, storage space, sump pump. Sump pump, those are the pump, you know, especially on townhouse, they have a driveway because their driveway, the level is lower than the ground level. So they need a sump pump to the outside, to the level, to the outside the street. So they can, if it's a rainy day, that's a sump pump. Sunken living room, that's a lower living room. Suspending ceiling, tendon, tile counter, track lights, trash chute, tray ceiling, 2-story ceiling, unfurnished wall, unfurnished. If you halfway, if the some of need a TLC, tender loving care, sometimes you see the unfinished wall. Okay. Waistcoat, wet bar, wire for data, wire for sound, wood product walls. Those are like a wood panel, old country style. So those are, if there any feature, if any feature you didn't know, it's okay, no big deal. You just take the photos. People can see through the photo. Even you miss something, I try not to, you know, I just mark some of the important that people would notice, people would do care. Other than that, you don't really have to mark everything because you rather take more photos instead. Cooling, you got central. If you got dual, zone, wall window, evaporate, heat pump, humidity control, whole house fan. Well, certainly, most likely the cooling is the gas. I mean the electric. If I didn't ever see the cooling have gas, usually heating. Yeah. Energy Star, high efficient, unless you know. Okay, so the rating. Heating, central, zone, baseboard, floor furnace. Those are the old house. Or the East Coast, they all have a floor furnace instead of the furnace from the top. Wall heater, space heater, it's a forced air because we force the air, pump the air out. That's what we call the forced air. Gravity heating, heat pump, okay, radiant, electric. Some of a heater, they are electric. You know, some of a like condo, they don't have any gas at all. So their air conditioning and heating system, they all electric. So do their stove. Natural gas, propane, kerosene, pellet, wood, oil. Some of them, they burn the oil, like, you know, some of the East Coast, they burn the oil for heating. Yeah, they don't have a natural gas. They have to, they have a oil tank outside of house. Solar, Energy Star, high efficient combination. So the fireplace, they consider also heating if you do have a higher fireplace. Humidity control wood stove, none, or you see the remark. Appliances, whatever is a, you know, you have. If you got a 6-burner stove, barbecue, built-in range. Okay, cold water heater, continuous clean oven, convention oven. Convention oven, that's the heat all average out the whole thing. Convention oven is pretty expensive. Our oven is not conventional. It's just a regular. You heat it up from the bottom, right? Usually gas or something from the bottom. Conventional is all surrounded, heated up. Yeah. So usually conventional oven or electric because you got electric wire all around it. Yeah. Dishwashers, definitely double oven, electric oven, electric range, electric stove, electric water heater, Energy Star appliances, Energy Star water heater, freestanding range. Push it in. Those are freestanding range. If you have any freezer, garbage disposal. Okay, that's, you know, on the sink. Okay, that's called There's a garbage disposal. Gas and electric range. Gas oven, gas range, gas stove. What's the difference between the range and stove? Asking you. What's a range? Freestanding range. But how about stove? What's considered stove? Built in on the counter, built on the counter. That's the stove. That's why they call built-in stove. Okay. So if you got built-in stove, then you got either electric stove or electric. They are the same thing, just different name. You just have to know. In Chinese, 我们都是那个瓦斯炉或是电炉。What's the difference? They're the same. Stove and range, they're the same. But in English, it's different. Yeah. If built-in on the top, okay, on the counter, that's a stove. Range, that's a freestanding one unit. You got an oven on the bottom and the burner on the top. That's the range. Is this stove worth more than the range? Yes. Because built in. If you have a grill or high efficient water heater, hot water circulator, some of a bigger home or the brand new home, they have that. Ice maker, instant hot water, they have an instant hot. So you gotta, those are, they have a device in the garage. Yeah. Microwave. I mean, at least you have something. It's, I never put a none, on the kitchen, on the appliances. Portable dishwasher, propane oven, propane range, propane stove, propane water heater. I don't think we're using a propane. Those are gas tank. Propane tank. Well, sometimes it may not be outside a barbecue. You got a little propane tank. That's what they use. Yeah, usually outside. Inside we don't use that. Recirculating exhaust fan. That's what considered the hood. The 抽油烟机. Let's say if it's recirculating, doesn't have the going out. That's considered circulating. Yeah. Attic fan. Attic fan. Right here. This house has an attic fan. They suck the hot air out and push it out to the vent, through the attic area. That's an attic fan. Attic fan can be installed for, they can suck the air. You can install it right outside the vent area, for the grill area outside, or sometimes they put it, on the ceiling of the main house and just, suck it up. Yeah, suck it up. And the refrigerator, if you want to leave the refrigerator to the buyer, sure, you put it over there. Self-cleaning oven, solar water heater, tankless water heater. If you do have a tankless water heater, you can mark it. Trash compactor. Actually, this house do have it. I forgot to put it. Yeah. Very rarely you have a trash compactor. Vented exhaust fan. Warm oven drawer on the bottom. They have a warmer. So all the plate, once you cook, they will not cool. You keep it warm underneath the oven. So when all the guests come over, then you still have a warm dish. It's not cold. When you put it on the table, it's cold. Or you can put the warm on plates. If you're serving the steak, you don't want to get the cool plate. If you go to the steakhouse, every time I tell you the plate's hot. Why? It's because that will keep the meat hot. So that's why they get the warm plate. Yeah. Water heater units. Yeah, usually they all have it. Those are the old different type. Water heater, water line to refrigerator. If you had a water line to refrigerator, water purifier, water softener. Yeah. Okay. So laundry, we'll put it right here. Laundry, depending on where you have a laundry room area, community, dryer included if you have it, or electrical dryer hookup If you have it, make sure you have dryer hookup. You gotta see the 220, the one on the rounded plate. That is 220 volt. Then you can have. You can say you have a electric capable to hook up the electric dryer or gas electric dryer hookup. Some they will older house they will feature both electric and gas. Newer house they only have gas because they figure dryer electric dryer is not popular, so they eliminate the wiring everything because the builder try to cut down the cost. Yeah. And it's the gas dryer hookup or in carport. Usually it shouldn't be in carport, but I mean very few. In closet, okay. Sometimes it is though. They do have like the hallway closet. They have it's a dryer, wash and dryer inside. In garage or in kitchen. Older house they could be in the kitchen. Yeah, you'll see that some of the house built in 1950, 60, they have it in the kitchen area. Individual room, that's a laundry room, so that's considered. Then or inside, I mean inside a house. Okay, then you got the laundry chute. What's a laundry chute? That's if the second floor they have a you can dump the clothes, to the garage. Huh? Yeah. Hotel? Yeah, that's a laundry chute. Yeah. None. Well, if you don't have any laundry room, okay. Some of a condo they have a coin laundry. Hey, it doesn't have any laundry room anyway. Or you say on the upper level. Some of the laundry on upper level, second level, the bedroom level. Outside, propane dryer hookup or see remark, stackable or washer hookup. Washer included if you have a washer included. Okay. I skip here. Appliance. Okay. Room type. All bedroom are down or all bedroom are up. So if the first floor, all bedroom are down, definitely. They're like this house, all bedroom are up. So why I mark it there is because particularly if someone are interested, they gotta looking for for the downstairs has a bedroom, and unfortunately mine only have multi-purpose room that can be converted bedroom, but it's not a bedroom. I cannot really say so. So I still mention it's all the bedrooms are up. All 4 bedrooms are up. Our studio, atrium, attic, basement, bonus room, center hall, converted bedroom. See if you have converted any room to the bedroom. Sometimes you convert the den to the bedroom, convert the loft to the bedroom. Den studio. Wow, it got to be the big house have a den studio. Den or dressing area. Some huge closet they have a dressing area. Those are the custom home, $1 million home. Entry, exercise room. It got to be the big house. Family room, formal entry or foyer. We all know what's a foyer, right? When you come in with a high ceiling, nice, like a lobby area. That's a foyer. Most of the house, all we got is an entry. Yeah. Gallon kitchen, game room, great room. Why I put great room is when you don't have a living room or family room, then you put the great room. If you do have living room and family room, then you put separated. But if you only have one room, then I put the great room. That's what the new words they call it. Most of the builder they only have one room because we don't using a living room anyway. What do you got? It's all stay in the family room anyway. Guest and maid quarters, home theater. Got to be the big one. Jack and Jill. Okay. What is Jack and Jill? Newcomer. You got to have to learn. Okay. I learned that. What's a Jack and Jill? That's a typical English word. Inside a house. Jack and Jill. When you have a bathroom link to both bedrooms. So you have door here to this bedroom, door here to the other bedroom. And the bathroom doesn't have an outside access. They're only inside the bedroom. Okay? Usually it's double sink. That's called Jack and Jill. Ever see those houses? Right? Okay. That's what they call Jack and Jill. Oh, okay. The bathroom in between a two-bedroom, and they have access to either bedroom, the door either bedroom, but without the access to outside the hallway. They access to either bedroom. That's called Jack and Jill, because this bathroom only serve this two bedroom. Maybe other bedroom they have a third bedroom. Sorry, they gotta maybe it's a suite. They gotta have another bathroom because they cannot access it to the bathroom directly unless you have to enter either bedroom before you get in this bathroom. That's why they call Jack and Jill. One bathroom, yeah, but that the door has the outside, but same thing. Usually it's double sink. Then you have another room to get into the shower and toilet. Yes, two bedroom share one bathroom, but that bathroom doesn't have an access door to hallway. You have it? Okay, let's go Jack and Jill. Now you learn. Okay, kitchen. Certainly, you have kitchen, most likely. Laundry room. But if in the garage, it doesn't really consider you have a laundry room. So that's why I didn't mark it. Since I already marked the gray rooms, I don't, library. Well, if you have a library room, I already marked the gray room, so I will not mark living room because I put it as a gray room. Loft, okay. You guys know what's the difference between a loft and den? What's the difference? Loft and den. Huh? Well, loft is no door, and loft is usually where? Second floor. Second floor have open area. That's called loft. Some people, they convert a loft to a bedroom or a den. What do you mean den? Den is usually it's a double door with a glass, but no closet inside. More like a home office. That's a den. Yes, usually on the first floor. Loft and what? Attic? Attic, that's in the roof. It's different. Loft in the second floor. Usually it's two-floor house. Attic, that's up, you know, 屋檐底下阁楼嘛. Attic, that's a 阁楼. Loft 不能翻成是阁楼啦. I don't know, loft 应该中文翻成什么? Good question. You can check on it. Yeah. So if you, that's why if every time you want to translate the Chinese, it's kind of strange, you know. Huh? 它也是翻成阁楼啊. Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty bad. So that's why I'm very confused. Okay. Okay, loft is still, okay, put it this way. Loft is within the living area. Attic, that's on the roof. It's not considered a living area. That's an attic area. Yeah, you can be a study room. You can be a computer room. You can be anything. Usually right next to the stairway, you know, they have a loft, open area. And that's, you know, it's more considered, it's a living area. And you got a main floor bedroom, if you have a bedroom on the downstairs, main floor bedroom. And main floor master bedroom. Yeah, some of them, they do have a main floor master bedroom. One story, sometimes two story, they have a master bedroom downstairs, the rest of a bedroom upstairs, 2 or 3 bedroom upstairs, regular bedroom. Or definitely have a master bathroom, master bedroom. When a master suite, that means it's a bedroom and bathroom together. So that's why I put master suite. Media room, multi-level bedroom, just like when you got a split level. So if that's the case, it's become multi-level bedroom if it's a split level house. If you have office, projection, recreation, retreat. Usually the retreat, that's in the master bedroom. They have a master retreat. So you got a huge master bedroom. You maybe separate the fireplace, and you got another more like you can put like a sofa and TV over there. Yeah. So small like area. And sometimes maybe with the balcony, or you can get a French door, you can open it up. That is called a retreat, master retreat. Sauna, and separate the family room. You have a sound studio. Sun means a sunroom. If you have, outside for those a sunroom, you guys know. If you have two master, you have utility room. Utility room usually is a room they put on like a furnace, water heater, those kinds of utility room. Walk-in closet, walk-in pantry. Oh yeah, this house too. That's a small. It's a pantry. Walk-in pantry got to be big though. This house, not really. Yeah, you can walk in, but only walk in one step. I don't really consider the walk-in pantry usually is bigger. Yeah. Wine cellar. Oh, okay. Or if you have a workshop for any room. Yeah. All right. It's office mean you put a computer, everything, close the door, and workshop is more like a wood workshop. Working on those are for whatever. If you like to do it yourself, DIY. Okay, if you like that, usually the people they just do it in the garage, right? Yeah. But I mean, if the house is big enough, you can have a utility room. You have a workshop room. I say, oh, yeah. Yellow highlight, you gotta put at least one check mark. Those you can skip. It's okay. Just like like this one. If I go through here on the bottom, accessibility feature, I don't have any. What's the accessibility feature? Is for maybe for handicap. I don't have any because they do have a step inside the house. It's not like a one story. It's no step or something. No interior step. Nothing. So you put none. Or you can skip. It's okay. Because anything is not yellow, highlighted, then you can skip. Bathroom feature. You can look at a bathroom. Bidet. Hardly you see the bidet unless you got the really. You guys don't know what's a bidet? 洗屁股的那个 bidet. You 法式的那个马桶. You have one toilet. After that, you jump to the other one. Another more like a toilet. You sit there and turn on the water. 就像我们现在那个马桶盖不是可以洗吗？对不对？ But that is more 2 in 1. Totals, yeah. Or Lotus, 莲花牌的什么那种，对不对？ Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the used to be the French, the old before those Total or Lotus, they invent, on that feature. You gotta have to turn on. They have hot water and the cold water. Turn on. My house, when I bought it, they have it in the master bedroom. I remove it and I installed a Total, 那马桶盖那种的. So I can get the remote control. Yeah, heated seat. Oh, yeah, yeah. You can walk. Yeah, it's a two separate, more like a toilet, two separate toilet. The other one is like toilet seat, toilet type. You have hot water, cold water, and the other one is more like a sink. You can, yeah. So it's another drain going down. 就好像有点像水槽，屁股接一个水，马桶接一个，做的像水槽这样子的。Yeah, as a bidet. Yeah, because just like if you guys know what's a cul-de-sac means is actually come from French, and you gotta have to spell it if you want to use that feature. 实巷, the nicer way to tell it is a cul-de-sac. It's nothing with it, dead end. That doesn't sound pretty, right? That's why even when we in the auto industry, we usually call Target. We call Target. Sounds more French yet. So cul-de-sac is CUL-DESAC. If you want to use that word, you better spell it right. Just like what do you call your future spouse? What? Fiancé. Right? That's also from French, right? Okay. Lower flow shower, low flow toilet, shower in the tub. That's what we see the most. Okay. Closet in the bathroom. Korean counter. Double sink in the bathroom, if you got double sink. Double sink in master bath. Double shower head, or multiple. Some, if you have a raining, have those all different kinds of direction coming with the shower head. That's you got more. You see, you got any exhaust fan? Formica counter, granite counter. Do you guys know what's a Korean counter? You guys know, right? Granite counter, I know you guys, everybody know. Korean counter, Formica counter。Formica counter 就是那种塑胶木头的那种皮贴上去在那个板子上那种 Formica counter。Heated floor. We don't have it here. We're hot enough. We don't really have a heated floor. But if some of a custom home, they do have a heated floor. So when you're taking a shower, when you come out, you don't feel cold on the tile. So you got a heated tile. There's a heated floor. Yeah. You talk about luxury. Hollywood bathroom. Well, Jack and Jill anyway. Yeah. Hollywood. They make it more like a celebrity bathroom. Okay. Big one. Oh, yeah. Humidity control. Jetted tub, laminated counter, just like you do the laminated wood floor, something like that. Okay, linear closet and storage. Linear closet, that's usually put towel outside the bathroom or the hallway. They have a closet. That closet we call linear closet. On the hallway closet, that's what we call linear closet. Privacy toilet door. Some of them, they have a private toilet, right? The toilet, they have a separate door. So somebody taking a shower doesn't smell, okay? When you're in the toilet. Remodel, oh, okay, privacy toilet door, quartz counter. Those are the more like a stone counter, quartz counter. 石英的那种. Remodel, separate the tub and shower, soak and the soaking tub. 有些那种 built-in 的 underneath the ground, those are more like a soaking tub. Stone counter, tile counter, upgraded, vanity area. If you have vanity 就像我们化妆台，有没有 vanity area? Inside the bathroom, they do have vanity area, and the other was walking shower. Well, they all pretty much walking shower. Yeah, you guys separated. Okay, we'll stop right here. So I'll continue on Thursday to finish up the rest of the feature. And then I will follow up since the land and terms, they will actually relate it to the real list, the title report. So I'll tell you how to read the title report as well. CMA, not yet. You want me to cover the CMA, comparable market analysis? Okay. Personally, I do the cloud. I'm using the cloud CMA to do my CMA report to the seller. So actually, I can pick on it. I can email it to them before I send it over to them, so they can look at it right away. Okay, thank you for coming.